morning. Welcome to Banter with Richie B Live.
Near these huts.
Yep.
There is something going on here.
Behind us after. The trees were fucking moving everywhere. Yeah, bro. Goosebumps.
Maddox, you were with me. We looked this way. It was not like this.
Welcome to Banter with Richie B. Yo, what's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's back. Yeah, we've seen it for a while. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. Say hi, Wojo.
Hi, Wojo.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Holy shit, it feels like forever. Forever. My God. So busy, I think. I don't even know what's going on. My head is spinning. 2025 is kind of off to a little bit of a fuck show. I got to be honest with you. I had a limb last night fall off a tree and smash into my Mustang. That like 11:30 or something. I bang. I go outside and there it is, laying across my '86 freaking antique Mustang. A big dent in my fucking fender. I'm telling you, my transmission in my van went a week ago. I'm like feeding it liquid so I can drive it. It's a fucking mess. Life is better in the woods looking for Sasquatch. That's all I got to say about that. Let's bring in my co-host and say hi to everybody. It's a surprise, Ronnie. Come on, man. Never enough of Richie and Wojo. What's up, Wojo?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the home of the boom. How are you?
Let's go. Yeah, so I didn't tell you that. My Mustang took a tree limb last night.
Yeah.
So put a dent in the driver's side quarter panel, which the only good thing about it is original paint, and I haven't wanted to touch the thing, right? And it's red, and I hate red, right? But the nostalgia of it being original. So now I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go flat black. I'm going to lower it to the ground. I'm going to make it into some sick-ass mental car and just go down the road and just fuck with everybody's ears.
Oh, what's that movie? Like Animal House, when you converted that vehicle all black, the Deathmobile.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm like, fuck. I just went out. Like, I went out last night and I saw that this limb across the car. And I'm just almost collapsed. I'm like, you got to be shit. I don't have a garage here. It's, the house has been, we bought the house and it was like, it's a project house. You know what I mean? So I'm constantly doing something, shifting rooms, shit everywhere, constant like a construction. You know how it is. You were just there.
Yeah.
The fucking pain in the ass. So, the next project is a garage or somewhere to keep my car safe. And of course, I take it off the road this winter and so I didn't have the reoccurring insurance and, plates and everything. And a fucking limb lands on it, uninsured.
Dude, just listen to what you were saying about 2025. Man, I'll tell you, it's a rocky start, but hey, we'll adapt and overcome, man. But
no, we're gonna.
You know what? I don't know if it's these freaking planets that are lined up. I'll tell you right now, grab a bowling ball and freaking give them a roll and knock them away, because it's been nothing but a fuckery. I'll tell you that.
Weird, you know what I mean? Because in 22 I lost my son Jack. In 24 I lost my mom. So the even numbers have been terrible for me,
Yeah.
And I figured, an odd number, you know what I mean? So I figured odd number, I've had good years in 21, good years in 23, and here I am in 25, thinking it's going to continue, and I'm just getting butt punched, not in a good way. Okay. No. All right, let's say hi to our friends, man. They're sitting over here. Thank you guys for joining us randomly. It's surprising to have anybody here, really. Sam, our producer, we are so blessed to have her. When you see those kick-ass thumbnails out, she is the one making those. She is an incredible talent. She has documentaries, and she has a couple of short films over on Sam's Pretty Paranormal on YouTube. Please go check them out. Give them a like. Make a comment. Nobody ever comments on this shit. Comment on our shit. It gets attention. It helps people, man. If you go and watch this show, afterwards when they upload it to YouTube, there's no comments ever. So make sure you comment is what I'm saying. Go in there afterwards on YouTube and say, hey, that was a great show. Thanks for having me. Something like that. And that just keeps the pot stirring, right? Help each other out. If you have a channel you want to promote, I'm not a gatekeeper for anybody or anything. You come here, you promote your fucking show. You come on screen right now and tell me what you do. I don't care. I'm not any of those other people, man. Trust me.
Yep. Sam's a very gifted young lady.
Yes, and I'm a friend. I think, isn't it Charlotte?
Hey, Charlotte.
We call a Taurus girl. A Taurus girl reads. Okay. get your stories right. Hang on a minute. I got to go over on Facebook and make it public because for some reason they edit my privacy. Yeah, see, it's either just me or friends, and we know how our friends are with us. They basically don't fucking watch us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was at a softball tournament last Saturday, and I talked a little bit on the show the other night, and it was like trying to convince somebody. You know, they're like, "So have you found Bigfoot?" That's always the good one. And the lack of believability, right? The lack of believing in this primitive human, I'm going to call him from now on, it's laughable. And they'll be asking me and busting my balls about what I do, and I'm like, well, why don't you watch? Did you watch? I don't get into that shit. Well, how can you get into that shit if you don't even watch? How can you have an opinion or a sentence or even say the word Sasquatch if you don't even fucking watch? Have you heard my story? You've known me 30 years. I've been playing. This is my 34th softball season. Have you ever known me to be a fucking liar or a bullshitter? No, I'm a fucking straight up guy who tells you like it is, and too bad if you don't like it. I'm not a mean guy. I don't go around and say, this is the way it is. No, I just tell my story the way I'm not a liar. No one's ever caught me in a lie because I don't lie. I'm not here. Rick is here, by the way.
Ricka, stick up.
Ricka. What's up, Ricka?
I got your back, Rick. I'll take care of you, buddy.
Remember with the Bruins, they used to have that Boston thing where they go, it's a twisted wrista. Now you can go, it's a twisted Ricka. All right, let's. I'm gonna put up the merch logo. There we go. Get on over to the merch store, man. We have big things, little things, all kinds of things. You want to spend $10? There's $10. You want 15? Oh, by the way, the patches. Everybody really likes the patches. $15, man. Of our logo, Jackson. You can have the patch, or you can have a sticker. The stickers are really cool. I think they come in like a pack or something for like $10. But I'm gonna say hi to everybody before I get into all that shit. So, Ron's here. Ron says, what's this on a Thursday? Yeah, well, you know, like Thursday isn't a day. I can't come on here. Ron says we got to get off right now.
Hey, Ron.
And this is our social media guru, Miss Heidi Gold, is part of the Banter with Richie B Productions family. She's amazing.
Yep,
so
she is.
Good to see all you guys, man. Yeah, not the Mustang. I know, Sam. I'm telling you. You know, I said, you know, today I was out working. I'm actually doing Lisa's house, power washing. It's shingle, and I'm up on the ladders, and you got to go inches at a time and get all the old shit off, and then you can color it basically with bleach and stuff. And yeah, so I was over there today crying about it. But it was really good to see Lisa. She's doing okay, guys. She's taking a little time off for some personal reasons, and she's still part of our family, and we love her and we wish her the best. And I cannot wait to get out into the woods again, you know, with our teammate. Heidi says, hi, Wojo.
Hey, girlfriend. Hey,
look at this guy right here. Who's this guy? Hey, who's this guy over here? Animal Expedition Files, YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you check his ass out. Wednesday nights at 8 and Saturday nights at 8. Make sure you check out Animal Expedition Files with Joshua. Sorry, Josh, I've been straight out, bro. I'm in survival mode for my house and all my belongings. Things are crazy, work-wise, money-wise. It's just chaos right now. So I am full balls to the wall. So I literally am going to be power washing all summer and door dashing because I don't give a fuck. I just want a lot of money so I can just buy and live the way I want. So I'm probably going to go like 20 hours a week, 20 hours a day.
Buy a lottery ticket.
Really?
What's going on? I miss you too, Animal.
Well, you know what? Bringing that up, you know, and I'm not big in religion, but it's funny how things work sometimes. And it's funny how the spiritual world works sometimes, right? You know, it's been no secret I've been hurting a little bit. We've had some things come up that we had to take out some lumps for. And and they've kicked our ass pretty good, right? And anyways, long story short, we were pretty stressed out here in my house, and I hit for like 5,000 on a Keno ticket. It was an old ticket. I kept playing it, and it kept giving me money back, and so I kept playing it. The fourth time I played it, we hit 5,000, so that helped. So God is good. And then an interesting story. Me and Lisa were talking today in her driveway, and we were chit chatting about the loss of my son and my loss of my mom. I forget how we got there. And I was telling her a story about how I just made it over to my mom's house. Now, my brother is basically an atheist. He don't believe in anything. So he says to me afterwards, after my mom passed, basically in my arms, he says, Rich, I don't believe in this stuff, but I know you do. So I'm going to tell you, all the lights, all the power in the house went out. Perfect sunny day. My mother's basically moments away from passing. And he says, all the lights go out. And he was working from home. His laptop went dead. He had to leave the meeting at work, the whole 9 yards. He had texted me saying, get here. So I did about a 25-minute ride in like 12 minutes flat in a minivan. And I ran in and I hugged my mom. I told her everything was good. I'm there. It's time to go. No more of this torture. And she basically took her last breath. And as I'm saying that to Lisa, hand to God, she's right here. And I watched this cardinal come out of the woods from across her driveway, about 6 feet off the ground, right above her head, basically, and flies right behind her and lands on a bush over in the woods over here. And I went, oh my God, Lisa. I was like, a cardinal just went behind. It didn't go behind me where she could see it. It went behind her where I could see it. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Yeah. And we have these conversations, and we some people think we're reaching, right? But what are the chances? I haven't seen Lisa in forever, and I haven't had a chance to really share a lot of that intimate details, And I happen to be sharing it, and then a cardinal flies by, right? How about that for a topic? How about those moments like that you recognize is a sign and a hello? Like I looked right over there, I said, "Hi, Mama," and I blew her a kiss, and I was like, "Thank you," But yeah, good stuff, right?
Well, that's like we were doing an investigation, and we were coming back from the the 4-way path, the intersection, I want to call it, and then I see this gigantic hawk, and you and Maddox were like talking or something because you were on live. Excuse me. And this hawk came down right behind you. Like I thought you guys were gonna get hit.
Well, you got to talk. I don't know if they know the story behind the hawk. The hawk is a very interesting story. You could tell it.
Well, you go ahead. You go ahead and tell it. And all I'm saying is that, about the hawk is that Richie had a reading from Carrie Lynn.
Correct.
Someone. Mm-hmm. And she said that, Baby Jack will always be looking after you. And
when you see a hawk,
that's Baby Jack. So next thing you know, I think he did mention his name earlier or something like that. Next thing you know, we haven't seen a hawk ever. Like, we see one from a distance, but not like this close. And then it just swooped down and went right behind you and Maddox.
Yep.
And I was freaked out, like, oh my God. I go, that hawk came down, like he just glided right behind you. And it was like wicked cool to see. And I'm like, oh, Baby Jack trying to like give you guys a hug.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's cool stuff. And I think the topic in itself, even, right? Those moments in your life where like I knew right away that was a message to me.
Mm-hmm.
I knew right away. You get that quick bang. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, yeah, this happens to be it's not like that. It's just, boom, you know it. And you feel it instantly. And you're like, oh. And without shame, without anything, I'm like, hi, Mama. You know what I mean? Like, just blowing her kisses. Like, she knew I was talking about her. Eric Vogel's here tonight. And folks, the Vogels, I would love to get back on the show and get an update on the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival, because I'm seeing some things going on in the background that we should be updated on as one of their main sponsors. I would love for Eric and Tim to come in and give us an update, perhaps Saturday night. You can come in the tail end of it. After we have our guest Saturday night, Mr. Mike Tinsley, Matt Arsenal of the Chaos Theater Productions, New Hampshire Bigfoot Society. They're going to be here Saturday night. They got a new documentary coming out, a Bigfoot documentary, and they're going to be here to share that with us. So huge couple of weeks because after Mr. Mike Tinsley and Matt come on Saturday night, the 15th, we have finally, at last, hopefully, knock on wood, praise the Lord, Mr. Kelly Porter making a comeback for that Saturday night, the 15th. So the next 2 weeks are booked up, and they're basically the New Hampshire guys. And I'm going to have an announcement by then for you guys, because I have a plan in place to really put New England on the map. Really. Almost literally. So we want to get a meeting in place with the Vogels, with the Tinsleys, with the Porters, perhaps Gene Tewksbury, and cover up this big area. And we have a plan in place, and I want to share it with you guys in the next coming weeks. So it's very big, and it has something to do with Sasquatch. So do the math. Let's see. Sam's pretty paramount. I signed my little.
Oh, hell.
Oh, gee, yeah, Sam, I'm doing that too tonight. My boy Brooks is 5, and he's going to be going into T-ball.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a bit of a monster, so I can't wait to see that.
Unleash the Kraken.
Vogel says Wojo is the better fire builder. Really?
Thanks, Eric. Great to see you here, pal.
Yeah, F both of yous, and I love it. Yeah. Tim says buy the merch. So we got 2 Vogels right here. I mean, just send them a link or something. Have them just come in and talk. I mean, when do you ever get to see 2 Vogels in one place? I'm starting to think that Tim is Eric and Eric is Tim. You never see them together. You know what I mean? Starting to wonder.
I think it's Tim using both.
It's probably Tim using both. Yeah. Yeah. So make sure, guys, we are all ready. Let's see. No. Why do I do that, dumbass? I always mess up the presentations in this thing. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. So there you go. You see, that's where we are right there. You know what we should do that we're chilling out? By the way, if you want to jump over to Restream, it's free for the next 2 months before they shut it down. So jump in there and check it out. They have a new production company. They're going in a different direction. Ben is an amazing person, and he's not a quitter, and he's just going to keep working hard and bringing everybody a nice space to hang out in, right? By the way, we are on Dark Realm TV.
Where fear lives.
Yeah, he's got to get better at that cue. You know what I mean? And here's our boys right here. The Cobble Mountain Critter Festival, June 7th, 2025 in Russell, Massachusetts. If you can't be there, tune in. I will be there broadcasting live. I might even be mobile. I might even walk around just interviewing people. It just might be something like that. And the Vogels might tell me I can't do that, but I don't give a shit. I don't follow rules. I'm an asshole like that. You know what I mean? I make up rules. So just so you know, Vogels, when you're not looking, I'm going to be walking around with a microphone interviewing people. I might interview random people. We might just check out the believability level of Sasquatch in your area by talking to just random guests, and welcome them in. So I think it's a great way to do things. I've done this before, and we did it at
Shannonfield Farm.
Hearts of Hall as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tim Vogel says, hey, what's up, all? Smash the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. What are you waiting on? I'm down to like 6 people. You must be boring everybody, Wojo. Amanda says, best looking guy in Paranormal Podcast. She must be talking about you.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a really cool story. I'm not even caught up with these comments. They just keep coming in, which is great. Can I tell you something, too, while we're on that? Well, I just brought that up. I'm the top engager for Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. Yay! You're the top engager everywhere of the internet. Yeah. So, yeah, well, Jelly's coming back. That poor bastard. Don C.
Hey, Donnie.
Thank you, man. Baby Jack. My boy, man. I love that little dude. I still, the thing about it is, I've talked to a lot of people that have lost children or their kids that are older and stuff. And, the pain's always the same. It doesn't, even when they're like 20 something, right? You have all those years with them. God forbid, right? And the one thing I hold on to is I can still feel his forehead on my lips. You know what I mean? Because I held my son and I kissed him on the forehead and I sang to him, because every one of my children that have been born, they get that same exact treatment. I kind of hold them, and I have a song that I make up for them individually in their own song, and then I sing to them, And I did the same thing for Jack, because I didn't want him to feel like, he did something wrong or he was an outcast. You know what I mean? If anything, he was a blessing. He brought a lot of people together. So let's see. Heidi says, found out just a bit ago that Richard Estep's next book is on Bigfoot. Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
Good. Another person I'll get pushed behind. Thanks, Mr. Estep, and good luck with your book.
But for the Vogels, you guys know Richie. Richie is your secret weapon. I'll tell you, because this guy knows how to bring people together. When he goes around, starts doing interviews, that's when it's like a really family event. And I think Rich, that you're gonna top it off big time on speaking to, bump into people that we've never met before. Maybe they might have some stories. It kind of bonds people. It makes them feel comfortable of talking about their stories and our stories. And of course the Vogels. So I think it's a win-win.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I love it, because I get to talk to them. I kind of find out where their head's at. And sometimes you bump into these stories where you're like, hey, come over here and sit with me. Right there live. Just come and sit at the podcast table and tell everybody your story. You know what I mean? So we didn't have as much chance to do that at Charmin Fair because the weather was so bad and you couldn't really get anybody else underneath that tent. I mean, if you look at that shitty ass videos of us during the Charmin Fair, it was all pixelated and dudes on top of dudes. You know what I mean? We look like a pig farm. You know what I mean? Everybody just crumbling in together, like, hey, how you doing? It was fun and very memorable. But
you want to come in, Eric?
Right? Did you see Eric?
He just texted me. He just said if you can, send him a link. He'll try to get on now.
I'll do it right now. Who wants Eric Vogel to come in and hang out with us, huh?
I want to see the Easter Bunny if he exists.
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's see. He's still my friend on Facebook, so that's a good sign. Hang on, I just sent it to your messenger, your Facebook messenger. I'll send one to Tim too, just in case. I don't want to get in too much trouble here. I mean, a random Thursday, Love Fest. Why not? We got like 6 people watching. I mean, come on.
That's it. That's all right.
I sent links to both the Vogels. We'll see what they do with it. Let's go. I'm going to come over here. If you're on my Facebook, hey, what's happening? Where's the live? What do you mean? I'm live right now. You might even put the microphone in people's butts. All right. So Shanny, so I have to come over to my Facebook in order to see the comments, because Fuckerburger doesn't allow it to go onto my Restream. So if you want to see, for me to able to see your comments from my, you have to go over to my Banter Richie B Facebook page or my Banter Richie B YouTube page. I can still see it. Obviously, I'm over here now looking at them, but I have to jump back and forth. And I love that you're in here, Shanny. That's awesome and engaging. I think that's amazing. Thank you for that. So sorry if it seemed like I wasn't paying attention, but that's the problem, is I have to jump back and forth in order to catch up to see where we're at. All right. So I will do my best in doing that, but I tend to talk a lot. I don't know if you ever been here before. Sometimes I get caught up in the moment. You know what I mean? So, hey, what's this? Hey, Manesh is here.
Hey, Manesh, how you doing, brother?
Dude, I remember him from the live YouTube, right?
Yep, our buddy from India.
What's up, bro? Welcome.
Thank you for being on here, man.
Welcome to Banter Island.
I wonder what time it is in India. Was it 5:56 right now?
You can literally go, if you're out on your phone, you could go in there and look at it. See? Let's see. World clock. Ready? India.
TKB.
-3 hours. So it says it's 3 p.m.
Oh, nice.
They're behind us.
Ah.
Yeah. Interesting. What's up? Is Tennessee yet? Oh, there he is. What's up,
Yep.
TKB?
TKB.
What do you got? Anything good going on in the Bigfoot world or what? Yeah, so this Saturday night, the topic is ghosts. But it was such a vast topic answer, ghosts. We put down type of ghosts. So Saturday, we want to discuss the type of ghosts. We want you to research the type of different ghosts, okay? Different energies, shadow people, I guess elementals, right? You have different residual, right? Residual haunts. You have maybe relatives, right? You have signs and signals from relatives, right? So that'll be the topic along with Bigfoot on Saturday night. So the audience topic, as I call it, is types of ghosts, and the guest. Oh, I gotta sneeze. All right, I am one of those. I'm one of those sneezes.
I am too,
dude. I will blow out a restaurant or something if I sneeze. People will start running for the doors. They're like, "What in the just happened?" My allergies are kicking my ass.
Same here.
So that'll be the topic there. So stay on topic this weekend. Let's get a little more act. Oh yeah, while I was thinking of it, I looked up the stats on Restream for the month of February, and I gotta say it was a plus 40% for the amount of comments we had in the month of February on 7 shows, 7 lives, because we did some in between, and then the Saturday shows. Was 3,100 comments. 3,100 comments.
Very interactive.
Dude.
That's insane.
That's exactly. Thank you, bro. I'm sorry. I tried to get away from the microphone as fast as I could. Trust me, when you're like mid-dip too, you got to try to get rid of it and then sneeze. It's the worst. But 3,100 comments on our Restream shows on, Facebook and YouTube and stuff. That's a lot of comments. And I got to tell you, like to touch on what Wojo said, bringing people together. It is definitely something that I've always wanted to do. And I love doing it because I've gotten to meet all you guys, man. Like, look at the people here. Like, I'm at work today. I've had a rough go lately. Okay. I have a health issue I'm looking into. It's been really rough, okay, on top of everything. And I'm like, man, I miss my friends, right? It's like Sunday, I'm going to take some batting practice with my softball boys. And I'm like, damn, I can't wait to see those guys. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that we've developed this community of our own that I'm like, oh, damn. And then you sit down, you see guys like Dawn and TKB jump in, and you're like, oh, shit. Hey, what's up, dude? And it's just really what it should be, right? And TKB says, we've been too busy with a family business to get in the woods. I know, doesn't that really hurt? What do you do for family business, can I ask? So we come to hear your stories. Well, I'm glad we can help, dude. Because we've gotten some good evidence lately, and we've gotten some good evidence overall within the Bridgewater Triangle. And that brings me to this. Say a prayer, Wojo. It's funny how overlooked you can get no matter how much you do, right? And it's funny because I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to like Bigfoot stuff, right? And I live in the Bridgewater Triangle. I'm out more than any researcher, definitely in this area, probably in most areas.
Go ahead. No, I'm talking. Go ahead.
Are you talking? Who are you talking to?
Nobody. You.
You talk. You're the worst liar ever. Oh fuck. So I know I don't see any of the Vogels here. They ignored us. They disappeared again.
They're still trying, probably.
You think so?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, why would Eric text me to say, hey, get me on the link? So they're just probably trying.
That's weird how delayed this is. My Facebook. Can I refresh that? Let me do that. And then do this. See if it caught up any. Shani says, bless you, bud. She said, where the main podcast is. Oh, the main podcast is, again, Facebook. My personal page doesn't allow me to see your comments in my Restream studio. You have to be on my Banter with Richie B Facebook group page or my YouTube Banter with Richie B page. If you want to be able to comment, you're seeing what we're saying. I just have to jump back and forth to try to catch all your comments. And sometimes I miss them and it makes me look ignorant. I don't like that. It's really aggravating. So here I am, a Bigfoot guy here in the Bridgewater Triangle. I have a good team, Mr. Wojo and other people that I've gotten involved that have come and gone and, kind of gone quiet. So I'm not going to hound them. Perfectly fine going out with Wojo and Maddox once in a while and just doing what we always done to get to where we are. And it's funny, I hear about this trackway that's been found like 5 miles from my house. Not in my research area, but definitely connected. I mean, 5 miles to them is nothing. And what do? What do? They fucking call somebody that isn't a Bigfoot researcher, and that person calls the 4-letter place, not from local area, to come out and investigate, and nobody says nothing to me. And they made sure of it not to say anything to me. Can you imagine that? What do you have to fucking offer if you are writing books and you're a plagiarist and you write books? What do you have? Like, what do you have to offer? Wouldn't you want somebody that was in the field that's out there doing the research? Because I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not going to fucking take anything you give me. I'm not going to, if you say don't tell them this, this, or that, I'm not going to tell them this, this, or that. I don't do that shit. Okay, fine. I can respect that. What are we doing? Like, what are we fucking doing, man? Why aren't we working together? Why do you want to run off behind my back and cast prints and go to someone that's supposed to be a friend and fucking have them come down and investigate without even fucking calling me or saying anything to me? It is exactly why I stay my course and in my lane, because that bullshit right there goes right the fuck through me, and it has nothing to do with me. And that's the funny part. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the field. It has to do with the field. If you know there's something down the street, and I've been researching an area over here for a year, and you don't call me, what justice are you doing the field? I've put my time in. I put my boots on the fucking ground, man. You're going to call an author? You fucking kidding me? What that tells me is you're just looking for somebody to mention your fucking name in a book. It's a joke. Clown fucking show. But I got something for you. I have a plan in place, and I'm going to announce it right now, Wojo. What do you think of that?
Bring it. Let's go.
Wojo and I are starting a library tour. Yes, around the local area. You will hear our fucking name, because I'm not putting up with that shit no more. You're not going to shit on me. You're not going to push me back like I don't work. Like we don't bust our ass trying to figure things out. We're not running around chasing fucking whatever. You know what I mean? We're not making shit up. It's right here in fucking front of you. I show you everything on YouTube. Well, Don figured that one out apparently, didn't he?
Yeah. I just popped in as you're ready to go. Like, yep, exactly, Donnie. Exactly.
Well, listen. This is the problem. We owe a great debt of gratitude to that 4-letter word name thing. We do. It put a system in place. It helped recognition in a sense where it triggered researchers to kind of open up more. But the problem is, Tansy Elder, but the problem is, I'll give you an example. 2023, on a mountain about an hour and a half from me, apparently there was a Bigfoot sighting. There was a Class A Bigfoot sighting. Wachusett Mountain, one of the biggest ski resorts around. When did you think that report got publicized? February of 25. Why, you ask? I'll tell you why. Because that's gatekeeping. Because if there's something behind it, they're going to come out from behind the curtain and go, ta-da, look what I did. And if there's nothing behind it, they'll sit on it for a little bit. And then they'll stir the pot again. Oh, by the way, guys, we're still relevant. And then they'll send it out to the internet. Oh, what's up, Graham? So that's you see the problem I'm having with this? It's not about me. I don't care about fame and fortune and that bullshit, okay? I've already made that very clear, and I've proven it within my actions on a regular basis. I don't need you to call me for my ego. I need you to call me for a discussion. Reciprocation, right? I mean, unless you think you're just going to figure it all by yourself, and then you think we're still going to be fucking friends when you go behind my back and do it. No, don't call me for shit, because that you ain't getting shit. Not even shit. Not even poop. No poop. No poop, Woj. I'm done. So we're going to start our own library tour. We're going to go in the way of the Vogel brothers, where they're out there getting their name out, saying, hey, we're the Bigfoot guys in this area. Hey, come to us when you find something. That's what we're going to fucking do. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to mind my own business. But now what you're doing to the field and the research field is you're taking it and handing it to uneducated people. Because, you know, they're Bridgewater Triangle experts. Well, guess what you're looking for? You're looking for recognition. That's all you're looking for if you're going that route.
Exactly.
That's it. You want to keep it local and go find and help and preserve an area for this primitive being. Then you're my people. You want to get on camera and hope the author writes about your story, and you call the 4-letter dongs and have the 4-letter dongs come down and take a little report that's going to get passed on, sit around for a couple of years. They'll investigate it themselves. They'll send their debunker down. He'll drive down here and he'll debunk it or not debunk it. You want to do that? Then that's fine. But I'm going to cut you off at the pass. And now I'm coming for you because I'm pissed. I don't know if you noticed. Did you notice?
It's just not about, again, just to reiterate, it's not about fame, fortune, anything like that, because that's not what we do. Because we spend money, okay, on our research. We don't. We're out there every day. Bottom line is that these people want to take credit for everything. They want books. When you read a book, folks, it's not really coming from you directly. It's from a third party, okay? Because you have to go through the publisher. You got to go through the writer, okay? We don't. Honestly, I can care less about books, but I do respect them. But I don't really care about, because I know it's not really coming from directly from them.
Exactly.
But it's not like, hey, who found? It's all about like, I found the tracks, or listen. If you have tracks and you go to these people, you're not gonna get any credit whatsoever. They take that away from you. And
you're right on. I held up a fucking track, and one of the 4-letter dongs tried saying it was a double bear step,
right?
And didn't even hold it in his hand. Just looked at a picture and determined that, and then put my face on the internet with it, and then was shocked when I talked shit about him openly to his friend, so his friend would tell him. And now, oh, what a classy guy. Well, what do you think was going to happen, stupid? You're talking smack about me, putting a picture of me without my permission on the internet, holding something that you deem that I'm trying to connive people over, get one over on people.
Mm-hmm.
That's fighting words to me, bro. I'll give you my fucking address. Let's do something. I can still throw hands, son.
Yeah.
But I will hug you. But I will hug you after.
This is why we're going to do what we're going to do, and that is like to get the word out. Hopefully, reach out to others that are just afraid to not have that conversation. Because with you, only because people, if you have a story, I don't think it's that easy to just come out and say, "Hey, I saw Bigfoot," because people are going to say you're crazy, and I understand. Yeah. But guys like me and Richie have, guys that have passion and willing to talk about it. Never mind just being, our cameras on or anything. We're here as people, like as researchers, as like, people with passion that want to like have this discussion of what's going on.
Yeah.
Why are they here? And this is why we go beyond. We discussed about the Lovelock Cave. We discussed about creatures that have been extinct, because we're trying to further why and how they got here, and their folklore and the history. We're learning, and I think it'll be great education to bring people together and go at these town halls, these library tours, and share like we share to you.
Mm. Yeah, and that and I wouldn't be so irritated if it wasn't for actions. I'm not trying to insinuate anything. This is what happened to me by someone who funds the 4-letter dongs.
Mm-hmm.
He funds them, and I could tell what was happening. because something was found and they weren't notified. And then when they don't get notified, what they do is they try to downplay it and make you look like a fraud or a hoaxer. So when something does get found, it goes through them. And that's the game they're fucking playing. And I don't like that game. I take that game very personal.
Right.
I'm very passionate. You know how I am about these creatures, primitive beings, let's be honest. You know how I feel about them. And this isn't about a show. I started this show and I do the YouTube lives to share the experience as I'm having it with good people. And when you're not a good person, I have moderators to get rid of you anyways. You're just thrown into the abyss and you're not part of my crew and you're not part of our family. You're not part of everybody on the right over here. You're not part of that. We don't want you to be part of that. You're gone. So that tells you everything you need to know about us and our thinking right there. Because if I wanted as many people as I could to get the word out, so one day I'd be a YouTube star, first of all, I wouldn't have picked Bigfoot. Stupid. See, who the hell thinks they're going to get rich off of Bigfoot?
I know.
You go and do a show. Four-letter Dawn Captain over there. He did a show for how many years? Now look at him. He's so irrelevant. He can't fucking take it. Who wants to live like that? Right. I don't want that. I don't care if you like me. I don't give a shit. You could at least include somebody in that researches the area for the subject that you suspect made that trackway. That's stupid on your part. Dumb. And it shows me how selfish you truly are. That's what's up. And you will not be included in any fucking thing that I do ever again. I'm done. You're fired. Beat it. Beat it. Beat it, monkey. The peanuts are gone. I remember someone said that to me one time. I said, what the fuck's that mean? All right. Sparky says, what's up, bro? Yeah, whatever. Listen. When I say, throw hands and stuff like that, I'm not trying to act like a tough guy. I will knock you out and then hug you while you sleep, if that's fair. I love everybody, even the ones that are sleeping for good cause. All right. Anyways, it's just crazy, man. It's just, to have, like I said, to have that happen and then meet a random. I found out about it through an email by somebody who is loyal. Who thought it was wrong and thought I should know and was just as kind of shocked as I was. And I'm not saying everything has to come through me like I'm the dawn of the area. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for the research, for the field, for the subject, you would think that when you find this, you would reach out to people that know more than you, which obviously in this sense I do. It's too easy. It's not even a brag. It's not even a flex. But someone that reads books and tells stories, claiming that they're a full-on researcher is laughable. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, because they want it all for themselves, Rich. That's the problem. And the problem is that the problem is that they get. Yeah, I saw that. That made me laugh. But again, it's we're doing the work, and what bothers me is that these people don't just sit back, read books to others, and all they're looking for is notoriety. Mm-hmm. that they're experts.
Yep.
Again, I mean, how can you become an expert if you're not in the woods?
Yep.
Not boots on the ground or doing anything. So this is why people like them, folks, just will be what they are. And you know what? There are people just going to be jealous of him. Okay, yeah. Jealous of him because he knows too much. And he's got good. We have good stuff, and that's the problem.
It is.
And we're not going to here to take all the credit. No, we're here to work together.
Yep.
That's the thing. We are reaching out to everybody. Just being good people about it as researchers and to have these discussions. But
the case in point, not to cut you off, but while you're on that part of what you're saying, case in point. People that have come out on our lives have given us ideas. We've used their ideas. We didn't say, oh, that's a terrible idea, and then come up with something very similar to make it look like we did it.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. There she is.
Throw down.
That's what made me laugh. Throw it down Thursday.
Throw down Thursday. 10 minutes in, we're already throwing down. We should do a Throwdown Thursday show. D-Hoot's got names, man.
Yeah, she
What's
is.
happening here?
Shaved steak.
Shaved steak. A shaved steak sandwich. Oh, wow. I bet I'm being served in the studio. This is why that's my person. Thank you, my person.
It's got Creole, so hopefully.
A little bit of Creole in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I like some Creole spice, huh?
Where's mine?
Don't have any-
Well, Wojo wants to know where his is.
Oh, it's upstairs. I'll get it for you right now.
Yeah.
You can pull the jail and just come in studio. Oh, okay, yeah.
We have an emergency, aisle 7. What happened?
Okay, what's up? It's okay, just go away from it.
What's bigger?
Yeah.
Brooksy's a trip. Brooksy's my panic guy. I love scaring Brooksy. He's my 5-year-old. He is the classic scare him, and he does that thing where he turns and looks at you and screams in your face right back at you. You'll go, ah, and he goes, ah!
He's like, we had this discussion, Rich, but if anybody's ever watched Bill Cosby himself, he is the informer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Daddy, Josh just knocked down knocked down something.
Yeah, he's a trip, man. He's a trip. And Graham says anything I find, I will always. Yeah. And again, Graham, much respect and love, bro. And I've been talking to him off and on, and he's been showing me some stuff. But I have not, as you know, I haven't been feeling good. I have a new ailment that came up that we're looking into, so I'm not going to elaborate too much on it. I'll take some prayers, I'll tell you that. But it's putting me down and out a few days in a row, and almost today I felt it again. But yeah, Graham comes to us, and that's great because he trusts us. It's nothing like we're gatekeeping, trying to say, "Oh, bring it to us." No, he trusts us, and I want to give him an honest evaluation, so he doesn't present something to the public and take heat, or get inundated with fucking 4-letter dongs. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we've already seen that in action. We watched that happen in Henniker, New Hampshire. So anything I'm saying about this, as irritable as I sound, it's from experience, man. What are you doing? What's going on? What's happening?
I'm listening to you.
Is Vogel coming in? Are you guys blowing sweet nothings in each other's ear? Like, what's happening here?
He can't get on.
Is that what he's saying? He can't get on still?
I don't know what's going on, man.
No, is that what he's saying? He can't get in Restream?
Yeah, they had just having problems. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know if you remember, Rich. Is he on his phone or is he or a computer? The last time you tried to do it with him,
I think we did both. I listen. I don't know. I haven't really been a guest a lot on Restream. I think once, and it wasn't that difficult for me to get in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I love them. I want them to come in here, and I hate that they can't because I want to promote the Critter Festival, and I want to promote it live with them while sharing the page. I have this whole vision, and I can't get this vision out because you can't get on Restream.
Come on, Vogel.
Jeepers Christ. Oh, look at this. Oh, this bread is so good. I'm not. When I go back on, I can't go back on my regular diet because we think that's what started my ailment.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to knock off the bread after. Like today is my last day for having bread for a while. But this bread is who loves bread? Like I'm a bread guy. Maybe it's the Italian in me, but oh my God.
I love bread. Garlic bread. You got the scallion bread. Ugh. Scallion rolls.
I'm going to ask Jess the name of this bread. Oh, come in. Jeepers. Swanee's in.
Swanee, yeah, he just texted me. He's watching us in his room. Wish we could get him on.
I'll get him on right now.
So for all you folks, while Richie's doing that, Mike Swanson is a great dear friend of ours. Some of you do know him.
Swanee.
And Swanee is on the Appalachian Trail. Right now, as we speak. And this is his third attempt. So, hey, we're giving him praise and love. And hopefully, that there's no health issues, no nothing.
Let's see if Swanee can get in. We'll have him call the Vogels and tell him how he got in. Hey, Tim, go over. Oh, Gene's on the other one too. Hi, Gene.
Hey, Gene.
If you're on my regular Facebook, jump over to my Banter Richie B Facebook or my Banter Richie B YouTube so I can see your comments. I'm going back and forth. I don't want to ignore anybody. I'm starting a lot of fucking problems today, okay? It's Throwdown Thursday, didn't you hear? All right, so I'm throwing down. So Gene says because of all the BS out there is why I don't share a lot of my research. See what I mean?
Yeah. And Gene's got like fantastic stuff too.
Unbelievable. And Tim, here's another one. Tim in Ohio. They would be the first to tell you you are wrong and you are doing your research the wrong way. 100% bingo.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, and try to discredit you.
Yes.
Why? Oh, fried bread? Hey, Jesse!
Throwdown Thursday! Woo!
Look at this. Look at this. What's up with the Vogels when Swanee can walk right in? Swanee walks right in and the Vogels are stuck in some 1965.
What's up, kids?
And the best part is this. I'm on the trail, kid, and I can get through.
Hey, what's up, kid? Where's Swanee, kid? What kind?
How you doing, guys?
Oh, it's Sarah Lee Artisanal bread.
Artisanal, okay.
Oh, my God. It's so good, Swanee.
You can just eat it by itself.
So well.
No, Swanee.
Don't be teasing me with artisanal. Listen, my meals consist of pouring boiling water into a bag at night on the trail. All right.
Oh yeah.
You got that fancy bread over there. So hey, my dudes, I'm just checking in.
Thank you.
What's that?
Thank you for checking in.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to check in. Bear with me. I'm gonna put my headphones in. I think I'll be able to hear better. But
yeah, and then you can give us an update.
I'm gonna give you one right now, my brother.
Oh,
hold on one second.
Everybody, listen up. Mike Swanson, aka Swanee, the part of my show, our show. Anybody seen Swanee, kid? He's gonna tell us
on Swanee.
He's gonna tell us where he is at on the Appalachian Trail, what is going on, because I know some of this update that he's gonna share with you, and he's gonna tell us whereabouts he is. So, Swanee, check in with the world and tell everybody what the is going on the Appalachian Trail.
Let me tell you what the fuck is going on the Appalachian Trail. So I'm about 75, 80 miles in now. So I'm a good ways in, and I had a little bout with weather that was it was too difficult to get past. You know, there was all kinds of crazy weather coming in. So I hopped off the trail for a hot minute for about a day and a half, and I'm back on tomorrow morning. So I'm in Franklin, Georgia. You know what? You know, here's the thing, Richie and Woj and your audience. You know, if your audience knows or not, you know, I'm looking. You know, I'm keeping my eyes open. I'm trying to see what the hell's out there. There's a lot to see, you guys. It's just so expansive, you know. So, but you know, Richie, I sent, you know. So if you guys, Woj, I don't know if you know this, Steven. I sent Richie a video the other day. You know, and I found this kind of cool little structure, you know, and you know, I'm not totally bought into structures, but this was kind of odd, you know, two trees that came down on a third tree, and the top tree was stuck in a crotch, and it had a root system, and then there was a tree on the other side in a lower crotch of the tree, and it was just it had to be an 18, 20-foot log. There was no root system to it, and it was stuck there, you know, and I couldn't figure out. How did it get stuck there? You know, it had to have been placed there, you know, because there was and it was Richie even mentioned this. Richie, you said didn't you ask me, was it stripped of the bark or something like that?
Yeah. Yep, I did. Yep.
You remember? Yeah. And it was. Yeah. And it was, you know, so it was kind of wacky, you know. So dudes, there's stuff to see. And what's going to happen now is I'm going to roll into I just turned the light on.
I got frozen while you guys were all talking. I'm over here going, where is everybody? I don't.
Are you shitting me?
No, I swear to God. So yes, the bark was stripped off, and I asked about it, and it almost it's always like a hardwood. It's like, and it has dude. I know exactly when you sent it. I was like, oh wait, and I told you what it was, and you were like, yep, that's exactly what's happening.
And I didn't even. I didn't even realize that there was no bark on the tree. You're the one who brought that to my attention, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, so there's stuff to see. The problem is, you know, it can get monotonous. You know, I'm out there for 10 hours a day, and you know, and you're walking. A lot of times I'm listening to music or whatever. But I stop frequently. I try to look. I'm going into now. Here's the difficult part. I'm getting up to Fontana Dam now, shortly, probably within the next, I'm going to say 30 to 40 miles or so, which is probably, you know, I got 4 or 5 days of hiking ahead of me. I'm going to come up to where the damage from Helene was, you know,
Right.
and that's like in that's like in Hot Springs, and it's bad, dude. And there's going to be all kinds of hike arounds, and there's going to be parts where they kind of send you even down a main road because the trail's just washed out, you know. So I'm going to run into some shit, and it's kind of, you know, the one thing that I thought about is there's going to be so much sustained damage there that it's going to be difficult for me to even to look for anything, you know, because there's so many down trees and all that stuff. But you know, guys, I'm out here, and you know, the thing is, even if I don't see anything in particular, because Richie said, I was so happy. Steve, I sent Richie this video, right? And Richie sent me, and Richie sent me back. He goes, "Good eye, just good eye," you know.
Yeah.
And I felt like somebody. My parents just hung up my homework on the refrigerator with a magnet. You know?
I love you, bro.
So
Love you
Swanee,
too. Yeah.
so how far are you from Helen?
Oh, dude, I left there 3 days ago.
Okay, so Richie,
We
down
talked about. Yep.
that whole area, right? Outside of there, because I've been to Georgia. I have friends in northern Georgia in Homer. But anyways, there's a lot of Bigfoot sightings because
Yes.
a lot of Bigfoot sightings are around where you are, and actually people do have like there's like stores that have like giant statues.
It's
and
so
what
funny
have
you say that. Yep.
Yeah,
And
notice that
Woj,
they're everywhere.
yeah, no Woj. You know what? And Steven, 100% right. Everybody in that town has a Bigfoot statue out or a sign in there. It's everywhere. Yeah, they are really there, you know. And I don't know, you know, if you know Helen. Helen is a really cool town. Oh, my dudes. You know what I forgot to Woj. Sometimes I get real excited because I rewatched. I'm sure maybe you guys. I'm sure you've seen a silly little show called Finding Bigfoot, right? The opening, the season 1, episode 1 is filmed in Helen, Georgia, dude.
Really?
And yeah, go back and
Oh.
watch your rerun. But yeah, it's filmed in Helen, Georgia, so it's very cool. Season 1, episode 1. But anyways, yeah. So Helen is this little. It's like Steve. It's like a German, Austrian,
Yep.
Bavarian
Bavarian,
town.
Yep.
All the
That looks
architecture, everything. And it's awesome. And it's a cool little town. Yeah. But these people seem to be really steeped in, you know, in the lore, you know, and they're all about it. But, you know, this is, you know, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to know that, you know, the hundreds and hundreds of square miles I see every day.
Yep.
You know, that this is the one thing I want to say is, go ahead.
Okay. No, I want to
go
see
ahead,
if
you
you
first.
I want to see if you can start sending some random pictures to like my messenger or something, so I can put them in my Google Drive, and we can share what
definitely.
you're seeing, like that beautiful mountain picture you had. That,
Oh yeah.
oh my God, there was like 30 mountain tops. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit! Like we don't get to see that if we're not on the Appalachian Trail. We're never
it's
going to see
crazy.
that. Why not? We can bring it to everybody to
Yeah.
check out. You know?
Yeah. Tell me what you want me to do. Tell me again. You want me to just send you text you pictures,
like,
decent pictures
yeah,
of certain locations and stuff?
Like the Bavarian town.
you.
The Bavarian
My
town
guys.
would be awesome. Or the tip.
Yeah.
You can go back. I'm just saying.
Oh,
to
okay.
give you an idea of what I'm looking for. Or those beautiful peaks, or even some creepy trail path. You know, where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
and you take. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you just because you know me, I'm hung up on. Geez, I really want to.
Where'd he go? Whoa, did we lose him?
He's frozen.
Oh, he's black. He's blacked out completely.
Yeah, but Richie, where
My
that
dude,
area where
sorry.
he's at,
Oh, there he is.
there he is.
Yeah, you know what? My daughter just tried to FaceTime me, and I know she's going to do it again. So, but
Yeah,
anyway,
geez.
so Richie, I kind of wanted, I wanted to bring you stuff, that seemed like, relative to your show, but you want shit from the trail. I can do that. I can show you stuff, but
There she is again. FaceTime.
You still there?
Yeah.
Call her
Honest to
back.
God, she's
Hurry
gonna
up
do
and
this to me.
call her back. Yeah.
You guys
She's
still
worried
there?
Yeah.
Where's
Go
my
ahead.
volume?
Hurry up and
All
call
right,
your
you
daughter.
there?
But go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch, why? We're right here.
We're right here.
Just get 'em off.
Come on, my
Can you hear
dudes.
me? Yeah.
My dudes.
Dude, you're a fucking you are a package. You know
Dude.
the package you get delivered to your house. You're like, what the fuck did I buy? That's fucking Swanee. You don't know the package shows up and you don't know what's inside.
Oh,
Ever.
yeah.
Oh my god, I love
The
you,
worst
dude.
thing
That's
is,
too funny.
I love you too, man. I know I'm a fucking hot mess. How did I ever earn 2 college degrees? I am a complete knucklehead. You know, honestly, I hike out of camp and I leave my fucking warm winter jacket at camp. You know, my warm winter.
Yeah.
I'm a dope. So, anyways, so what I was thinking was. Like I like that idea. I'll send you pictures, but what I want to show you guys, if I can show you nothing else, Woj, hold yourself for a second. This is very important. Only kidding. So the one thing I would like to show you guys, I'm just going to lay a fact on you. You probably both kind of know, or maybe. Do you know how much, Richie? For some reason I feel like we had this discussion. Do you know how much of our country, let's say just the continental U.S. No, let's say the entire U.S., Alaska and Hawaii. Do you know how much of it we populate? You know, urban, suburban areas.
Yeah.
You know how much it is?
Oh, how much? No, yeah, it's very low.
It's like 4%. 96% of this country is undeveloped, and I know I told you this. I stood on a mountaintop on my first hike in Vermont. I hiked in for an entire day. Didn't see anybody for a day. Slept by myself. Next night, hiked out, and all I could see was hundreds and hundreds. I couldn't see a church steeple. I couldn't see a wisp of smoke. Hundreds and hundreds of miles of woods. It's everywhere I turn. And the point I'm trying to make is this. Anybody who thinks that they can say unequivocally, absolutely not, nothing exists in that woods, I'm going to drag them out to the backcountry. And I'm going to let them hear some of the shit that I hear at night, because I'll tell you, it's impossible to conceive that there couldn't be something, you know?
Right.
I'm the guy that says, all I know is I don't know. But
Right.
these, my guys, these woods are so far beyond expansive, but it was beyond my imagination, you know? And absolutely, without a doubt, not only would I say there could be an unidentified hominid that has absolutely no fucking taxonomy on it whatsoever, right?
Right.
But at the same time, dude, there could be other shit living in those woods.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, it's insane. You know, it's people just don't understand when they live on an eighth of an acre or a quarter acre. You know, and they only have to mow 1/4 of that. They don't understand how absolutely enormous the woods are. You know, the forests are. So so I, listen, I may not be able to produce anything other than anecdotal evidence, but I can tell you that I have the evidence of the absolute miles and miles and miles and miles of woods. So anybody who says no, I challenge you. I'll drag you into the backcountry for a night. You'll come out screaming.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, listen. And first of all, I want to acknowledge Dawn C. Thank you so much. She says, Swanee, awesome what you're doing. Be careful, not from the threat of Bigfoot.
Yeah,
but some of those people on the trail.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. Trail is very safe, believe it or not. I want everybody to know this is very important because I did a lot of research. Geez, I keep talking about stuff that I swear, Richie, you and I talked about. But statistically speaking, I am safer on the Appalachian Trail than I am in my own city of Boston, you know? So I'm safer walking down the trail than I am walking down Newberry.
Yeah, the only difference is if, God forbid, anything ever happened, it'd be harder to find the body. That's the only difference. I mean, in Boston, you're gonna stand out. Everybody's gonna be like, "Hey, that's Swanee. He's over there." What's he doing on the ground? He don't even drink anymore. What's he on the ground? Oh my God!
He opened his Boston mouth. That's why he's on the ground. But here's the thing, my dudes. Listen, you know, I grew up in the city. You know, I don't like to. But, you know, if it comes down to it, you know, because people get freaky on that trail. People are pretty cool. Hikers are cool. But every once in a while, you have some, nut job who comes ripping through a camp or a shelter and just makes a lot of noise. And, so listen, whatever happens on the trail, your boy's ready for it. Okay.
Yeah, good. Is there anything totally wacky you've ever seen on your third attempt now that you've seen on the trail? Has anybody been like, I don't know, anybody have sex in the middle of the trail and you walked up on them?
No, nothing like that yet. However, so here's the thing: you hike because there are people who hike. Married couples. I met a couple days ago, and they got engaged on the trail like a week ago.
Oh,
but cool. However, when you're walking through the woods for 3 or 4 days, you develop something that we fondly call hiker stink. Ain't nobody getting in nobody on the trail. Believe me. we all smell like a big bag of tuna. It's not fellas, it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant.
I ask the best questions, apparently.
You most certainly do. Richie, have I come up on anything crazy? There are odd people, with odd behaviors and, nothing really outlandish, but,
right.
But mostly great experiences, great people who hike a little bit, just kind of more chill, so no, I haven't had any whack ass. I've had fun in some of the towns. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's right, baby. That's just hang on.
Yeah, one sober hiker, right, rolling through town. Yeah.
He's coming in. He's coming in. Hey, lady.
Don't make me do it.
The Swanee is the Swanee's in town.
Shit's going down. All right? We don't play. So listen, all good stuff. Hey, I'll come on your show anytime, but I tell you what, I ain't gonna be a fucking dancing monkey, Richie. All right?
I have nothing to do with that. All right.
All right, no dancing monkeys. No dancing monkeys.
I know, dude.
We love you, Joe. We want you to go. We want you to FaceTime your daughter back because we're all gonna get in fucking trouble if you don't do that.
Thank you guys. No, she's fine. She's fine. Yeah.
Stop talking.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
All right, Swanee. Before you leave, you have to talk Scottish, baby. The Scottish kid.
Like my grandmagert, like my nana is born in Gaelic, Scotland. And she was a fine lady. She was just loved. My thing is, after this hike, I can go to Scotland and get my citizenship.
That'll be really cool. But the funny part is, I have a visual of you in the shower asking yourself to pass you the soap in Scottish. Is that weird?
Oh, we should pass me the soap, Daddy. I'm passing myself the soap. Yeah. So is it like this? Pass me the soap. Here you go. What? How'd you get here?
Oh,
right after I say, my handsome fellow you are. All right, you guys, I'm burning up your fucking airtime right now. So,
all right,
love you too.
We'll talk to you soon. Get some recordings and get some pictures so we can share them with everybody. And I'll talk to you soon. Be safe.
Count on it. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
All right, brother. Be good. Oh my God! I'll tell you.
Listen, I traded a Swanee for a Vogel.
Hey! I was about to tell you, got to get Tim.
Hey guys, how are you?
I didn't want to bring him in with a nice shirt, by the way. I didn't want to bring him in with Swanee. With Swanee going with another one, we've been here for another hour.
Oh, I know it, right?
Oh my God!
And he's a major hugger too.
Oh yeah, Swanee's a hugger. You better watch out for that dude. If you ever run into him, he will hug the shit right out of you. Swanee's he's an amazing dude. He's on his third attempt on the Appalachian Trail. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but he had to get pulled off the trail twice, one for health and one for something else. But man, that's a testament to perseverance in a human. You know what I mean? Like, just I'm gonna do this again. He just went back at it, man. You gotta love that. You know what I mean?
You got it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So
he's trail life. He's zoning in the trail life and getting into it, and he's probably not counting steps yet, but he'll be there.
Yeah, but I mean, as a wildlife guy, you can respect that, right?
Oh, Eric and I both worked on the Appalachian Trail. We're section hikers, so we completely understand what he's doing.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why if I brought you on what he was on, it would be midnight. Yeah, we weren't getting him out.
Exactly.
He posted something the other night. He's cooking a steak on a grill out in the parking
It's
lot.
so good. Yes.
You know?
Yes. Did you say something? Nothing like trail food? Was that you?
Yeah.
All right. So quick story. So I'm a glamper, right? I'm a glamper guy, right? I can get out in the woods and camp, and I'm going to do more of that raw camping, I think, this summer because I want to stay overnight in some of these hot areas and maybe get a rub down from the big guy. But that's all.
But it is a pretty sweet minivan, dude.
That minivan's sick. All right, bro. But we camped out in South Carolina. I had the whole family, so I had to rent a cabin. You know what I mean? You can't trust me. You don't want a tent with these kids. It's over. So, but I wanted was a open fire wood cooked steak. It's one of my absolute favorite things in this whole world. And all you do is I bought the best steak there was in the store. I spent some money for me and my boy in South Carolina, right? Because I hadn't seen him in a long time. So I said, bro, I got you a steak. We're going to open fire, wood, great. Throw that steak on there, a little bit of sprinkle of season, nothing crazy, no saucy, nothing. We're going to eat some meat, bro. And he still, this was 2 years ago. He still talks about how that's the best steak he's ever had in his, when it was done, as soon as it was cool enough to not burn our fingers, we picked that fucker up. And we ate it. No utensils, no nothing. We just ripped into it like cavemen. And there's nothing like that. Mm-hmm. Nothing. You can't beat that. Oh, my God. It was so good. Let's see. Oh, sorry. What's this? Heidi says, Richie, I never would have suspected a glamper. So, yeah, Richie has Richie likes renting cabins. When I did have a tent, the tent was next to the van. To hold things and for people to entertain. And then my van was over here with power and internet. We literally had like a 40-something inch screen TV. I had the back of it up, and we were playing split screen Call of Duty with our PlayStation. And people walking by my campsite and we're over here killing people, calling them fucking hacks and everything else. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it had a lot of fun. Who's this? Oh, is that Courtney? What's up, Courtney?
Hey, Miss Courtney Peterson. How are you?
Hello, Miss Courtney Peterson. Hello there. You there, Courtney. Come here at once. Sorry. So, hey.
It happens.
Everybody's here, and I know I want you to come on Saturdays more often, too. And I know we've had some technical difficulties. Wojo actually said when he came in, he had some different notifications on how to get in the Restream. I don't know why they make it so hard. And at one point, can maybe a Saturday get with Eric and help him out so I could have both of yous on, because there's some changes going on, not changes, but additions going on with the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. And I saw you sucking down a bunch of bears and slapping hose the other day. What's that about?
Well, if you're referring to the blue hose that was attached to the beer vat, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Obviously, that's what you're referring
blue
to.
Blue hose. What's the difference? All right. What do you guys? Can you tell me what's going on, or is that in a secret that we got to wait for?
No. Well, we're going to tease it a little bit, but it's we're fortunate enough to start working with the Skyline Beer Company, and they're right down here out of Westfield, and they're going to be doing. I think it's April 1st. Eric will correct me. April 1st, we're doing burgers and beers and Bigfoot. And it's going to be Cobble Mountain beers. We're going to break out the new vat of beers that we were helping to make. And that's an actual beer. I mean, it's Cobble Mountain Critter Ale. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, let's go. Really?
Yeah, so we're going to kick it off and, crack the keg with them. And we're going to do our Let's Talk Bigfoot, talk presentation fundraiser thing, and we're going to take it from there. Then they're going to be potentially doing some more sponsors with us with the festival.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, we got to go up there.
Right now, it's having fun. We're just having fun. They're having fun with it, and because it's the local lore, local legend, and there's been some pretty good local response to it as well. So it's kind of fun.
It does it have the label? Is the
Yeah.
label? Oh, and it has the Bigfoot and the cobble mounted critter and all that. Oh,
Oh,
bro.
that's cool, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. It's a regular brewery. It's a small little brewery, and they make all kinds of stuff. It's actually pretty intense. These guys are hardcore. They're really zoned out when they're in there. They're running around, measuring stuff, and it's a real science project. Let's put it that way, and a labor of love. Those guys they're really into it, and they do something different. A couple of different varieties every month. So. April was Cobble Mountain Critter Beer, and so we're involved with it.
Congratulations. That's
All right,
awesome.
that
Man.
is congratulations. Absolutely is in order. And can you tell us again, or should we check with Eric? I should say the time and place and the date of this event. Is it something? And it's called what? Bears.
It's the Skyline Brewery
Yeah.
in Westfield. The Skyline Beer Company.
Okay.
And it's April 1st, and it's at 6 p.m. I believe.
Okay. And it's called. What did you call it? Bears and burgers and what?
Beers, Bigfoot, and burgers, Bigfoot, and beers.
Is that wait? But is that something they're actually using for a catch line?
No, not yet. It's just something we're putting out there right now.
Well, yeah. What the hell are we waiting on here?
Well, no, I don't want to take away from what they're gonna do. We're doing a talk presentation. They can call it what they want. We're calling it Bigfoot and beers, and
that's fucking great.
Richie, we have to take our live on the road.
Dude, we gotta go.
Yeah, no, dude,
we gotta go.
We gotta do reservations. They're coming up with a special meal for it. The whole deal.
I have to do reservations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a real to do. It's
I'm fucking more important than reservations.
No shit. You know who we are?
You know, I'm with the fucking. I'm with the
band. I know it. No. All right. So the general public, let's put it, would have to do that.
Yeah, I will humble myself and carry your stuff in. How's that? I'll be a fucking groupie. I'll be like, I'll have one bag. Hello.
Richie, I'll throw you over the fence. You just have to let me in.
Yeah, I got you. I've done this before. It's no problem at all. The only problem is it's a reaction that I have from my olden days. Once I get over the fence, I take my pants off. I don't know if that's gonna fly. You know what I mean? Because
probably.
Well, why do you want to break into a place and have clothes on? That's fucking dumb.
Damn, Eric, who are these guys? I don't know.
We're the groupies. We're here for the
Goldos. Yeah, we're groupies. That's all.
Yep. So it'll be a couple hours.
What? Sorry, you still here?
I'm still here. No, I'm going to be fully clothed. I will guarantee that. There'll be no worries about that. There could be some, that'll be that. And that's it.
He's speechless right now.
No, clothing isn't optional.
All right. So my question is now, as a serious interviewer and a sponsor of the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival, will the brewery be having a table or anything set up at the Critter Fest?
Yeah, we're working with them on it.
Oh yeah.
This year, there's no alcohol. There's no vendors for alcohol.
Okay.
And it's just the way we rented the facility. And so anyways, it could be a shared facility. On one end of the property, we'd have the other end of the property. And so we don't want to have any issues. So this year is a no alcohol. We're not having beer vendors.
Right.
And, next year is a whole different animal. Next year, if things go well this year and it's a positive thing, and we get the sponsors and the vendors and the help that we need to push this.
Yeah.
We can afford to do it next year. We'll do the 3 or 4 days next year, and it'll be a whole different animal.
Yeah. Well, I think you're setting yourself up in a position to reach out to the towns, to reach out to the states and stuff like that for granting type of stuff, where you're educating, where you're putting on this event that's costing you, but you can also you can make it a charitable event in a sense where you can write it off. There's so many things that you can do legally to help you in your cause.
And it's not just the festival, guys.
That's right.
It's an ongoing
project. It's called a project. It's a project.
Just a festival.
Yeah.
There's no money to be made here. It's really a bad business decision on Eric's part. Because it's more philanthropic. It's more of a nonprofit mindset than it is a business mindset.
Right.
We're working to fundraise and give it away to the youth outdoor education. It's literally what's happening to it. We're not pocketing it. We're not going on cruises or nothing like that.
Right.
It would be lucky if we break even and
Don't lose money.
get what we can do.
Yeah, no, I know how that is, man. I know how that is.
No, it's pretty nerve wracking. We've got 10 speakers, and we've got a couple more people. Just started talking with a guy down in Pennsylvania. He might be coming up and doing some speaking. He's trying to see if he's got the time off, and we're branching it out to the Northeast. We're New England. That we're going to focus it on New England today, but I have somebody reaching out from Pennsylvania that wants to come up and advertise and talk about it. I'm more than happy to talk about it.
Absolutely.
He's more than welcome. I'll announce him later on when he confirms it. But, lately, Eric and I have been very fortunate. All glory goes to God, right?
Yeah.
As you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Amen.
Right? And you ask and sometimes you receive. And we've been asking donors or sponsors, actually, some really nice sponsors, unlike yourselves.
we're just the mouths of the group.
And we're feeling pretty good about it, and we're looking maybe we get some more help with this project. So we're always looking for sponsors. We're not shutting the door to sponsors. We're an ongoing project. The way the Cobble Mountain Critter Project works really is through the Vogel brothers, Eric and I, and we take the culmination of all of our investigating and research and bring it together and compile it and make a talk presentation. And it's been a hit. We've been doing a lot of different programs, been invited to a lot of different local ish types events. And it seems to be going pretty good. And a lot of rapport. Every time we go to an outing or something like that, it's sold. We're not selling tickets. They're booked. They're filled up. They have to pre-register, and they'll set up and they'll fill up their event, and they'll have to schedule another one, or a different venue will open up, and So we've been very fortunate. You wouldn't think that Bigfoot would be such a big topic, but there's a lot of people out there that have questions. We sit there, we do a 2-hour topic, and believe it, 2 hours sitting on your head. It's easy to talk about Bigfoot, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we've been lucky enough to have a tenure where we've worked with, different groups throughout the country and different people, and have acquired the skills and the stories behind this. So, and there are 90% of them can be verified. We've been with multiple witnesses 90% of the time. So, it's a pretty cool thing. It's been a positive thing. We've had a couple of hits negatively, but you just keep moving. You just keep going. You don't let stuff like that bother you. It's a business. It's not about me. It's not about Eric. It's not about Bigfoot. It's about youth outdoor education and what kind of money can we give to them. That's what the project is about.
Yeah, and that's what I love about that. And you've, like I said, if you're watching earlier, you've inspired me to come up with the idea because, again, in my area, people that know me firsthand, nobody even mentioned my name when there's a trackway 5 miles from my house, I guess, that was found, and they were casting it. And it kind of bothers me, not in a sense where my ego, it bothers me for the research that, I'm out here researching all the time. The evidence that I have found, and you don't even give me a phone call. I had to get like an email, that day. There was that night after they were casting it. Someone emailed me and was like, hey, I don't think this is right. They should have included you in this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. I just don't like the field of research not having the conversation, because I could have showed you that trackway probably belongs to my friends right over here, because there's a clear path right to where it is. And then I could have given you more information about them. And then I could have measured the footprints and said, hey, I got a cast over here just like that. And then we could have conversed, and we could have brought it together as researchers and not gatekeepers. Right. You know what I mean? And it bothered me. So I said, you know what? I said to Jess, I said, you know what? I'm done. I said, I've talked about this in the past. I've seen what you guys have done with the boxes and everything like that. You're really putting yourselves out there, and you're the guys. And you're the guys in that area. They're going to come to you, and you're going to know what's going on. You're going to be able to help them. You're going to be able to learn more about the subject, and you're going to share it because you're not gatekeepers. And that's what I want to do. And I want to now I'm like, I like staying in my lane. You know, I got a big mouth, but I like staying in my lane. You know what I mean? But now when it comes to the subject, that's where my passion comes out, and I get a little pissed off because it's not fair to what we're studying. You could have helped out. You could have helped the subject, but all you did was help yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And for whatever reason, they're like, oh, who do we call? Oh, let's call an author. What? A book reader and an author? What are you calling them for? What are they going to do? Write about you? That's all you wanted. So I'm like, you know what? I said to Wojo, I brought it up to him. I said, hey, would you be interested in going on a library tour with me? I'll have a whole presentation. We'll have all our evidence that we have here in case so people can walk by and see it. I'll have my monitor up like I did at Charm and Fair with other stuff, question stuff. Maybe I'll even have the speakers with the big steps taking place. You know what I mean? But we're going to have something to where people can reach out and go to the right person for the right reasons. And because I'm going to bring it up to you, and you know that we've done this a million times. Hey, what's this? You know what I mean? A porcupine.
Sure.
You're holding porcupine shit, you idiot. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'll never give that up. It's too funny. But those are the types of things that are important to what we're passionate about.
Yeah.
Now you're turning that passion that you love the subject so much mixed with the wilderness, which you love so much, and you're taking it and you're giving it back.
Yep.
You're taking your knowledge, all your knowledge that you worked your ass off your whole damn life, and you're going to pass it on to the next generation. That's your plan.
Yep.
Fucking
That's the plan.
That's exactly what it's supposed to be about, man.
Yep.
That's why I'm pissed. That's why I'm like, dude, you could have called me and just said one thing, and it's somebody very close to us that I don't want to get into, and I won't say a name ever, but I'm fucking not happy about it. So other than that, I love you. All right. Carrie Lynn came in. Sorry, Carrie Lynn. How you doing? Carrie Lynn, it's funny. We were just talking about you earlier. That's every time we talk about her. Do you notice that she pops in?
I know. I just brought up her name earlier.
Yeah, like she's
Hi,
not
Carrie
here.
Lynn.
She's not here all the time.
She's a psychic, man.
And she's like, oh, they're talking about me. Let's go see what's going on.
Hey, girlfriend.
That's totally cheating, Carrie Lynn. I was telling him the story about the hawk and my son and how we saw a hawk, and Wojo knows the story and was like, oh, there's baby Jack. And today we had a cardinal fly by while I was talking about my mother, and it was just all that good stuff. So, yes, your name came up a few times, Miss Carrie Lynn. Welcome to Throwdown Thursday, where we just throw it down, girl. Right? So June 7, 2025, we are going to be at the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival located in Russell, Massachusetts. I still find that so funny how you're in Russell, Massachusetts, and my family has a historical connection to it. It just blows my mind. And the funny thing is, we found that out through genealogy less than a year ago. It was right before we actually headed out there. I was telling Wojo's story. And the genealogy of it. All right, I'm going to share it real quick. You ready? Cool story, right? We did genealogy. We found out my family used to live in Russell, Massachusetts. My great-grandfather and my great-grandmother lived in Russell, Massachusetts. Now, near you, there's a town called Vernon, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So there's a town.
Connecticut.
Yeah, but it's still right there. So what we suspect is, in my history, my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother lived in Russell, Massachusetts. My great-grandfather would go over the border and work in Vernon, Connecticut. My grandfather, his name is Russell Vernon. We never understood where Vernon came from. For one, it's like a really dumb name. But it's like a Wade, Chad, and Vernon. No offense, Wade, Chad, or Vernon. But you know what I mean? It's just like an odd name. But we didn't understand where it came from. So my brother Russell, my father is Russell Vernon Jr., and then my brother is Russell Vernon III. So I didn't understand any of this. So then I did the genealogy. I found out they not only lived in Russell, they got married in Russell, Massachusetts. So I called my brother and I said, hey, I just figured out through genealogy you are named after the town of Russell, Massachusetts. That's what my family name comes from, is your town that you live in. Is that It's bizarre. And that's
population 1,600.
Yeah.
1,600 Richie B's around you. Watch out.
But hey, listen, that's what's crazy. Think of the connection, right? What is it? 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Right,
That can't, right? It's like 38 degrees of Rich Brault. It's like this doesn't. It's so freaking crazy.
Yeah.
And it was right around the time we started hearing about it. So as I've been telling everybody, if you can't make it to the show, because we have friends in Idaho and Colorado and India and France and
Sure.
Japan,
They're all invited.
you're all invited. You can come with me virtually. I brought up earlier.
Yeah,
I think Eric was pretty cool. When I said it, I do want to get up and walk around. I do want to interview some regular people. Just say, hey, what's up? You know, the kids. I love Wojo see me with the kids at the Chum and Fair Farm. We just had a blast with the kids, and all. Yeah. So many kids are interested in Bigfoot. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And
you guys will have carte blanche, whatever.
Thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, we'll have fun. Michelle Wilfon, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you just for saying hello on a Throwdown Thursday.
Yeah.
D-Hoot gave it that name, by the way. She's gonna be sure to let everybody know. Don't worry. So yeah, we're looking forward to just getting out there and into it. And when you do those things, and I have found in the past, you get some stories, man.
Oh yeah.
We had the guy at Charm and Fair Farms. You remember he come over and he was talking about how his property and he wasn't sure, but his hemlocks were bent over at the top for no reason, and we didn't even have any snow or ice. But the top, like 4 of his hemlocks, he owns a tree farm.
Farm, yeah.
Yeah. And somewhere in New Hampshire, and all his hemlocks were bent over, like broken, like they were no good. And he goes, we didn't understand why that happened, but they're up here. So now he believes in Bigfoot because he's had more experiences. But hey, you don't know that if you're not talking to people.
Sure. Yeah.
When
we do we've done a number of different talks, and at the end we usually have a good half hour for conversation with the general audience. And there's awesome questions. There's the people that poke at you, but for the most part, that's not an issue. Most part, it's for most questions, they're actually inquisitive. They want to know. A lot of people haven't seen it. They don't know. They're on the fence. This was just something to occupy a Wednesday night, and they showed up. They had an experience. They want to talk about it. Things like that. It's enough to motivate you to get you to go to a Bigfoot talk. You're into it at least there. I know, because for me, it was a number of years ago. And when I crossed the line and said, yeah, I'm going to get into Bigfoot, and I actually going to go there, I met with Steve Culls. He was doing a library show out in South Hadley, Mass. Years ago, 10, 12 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. And so anyways, we met there, and I was intrigued by his stories, and kind of confirmed what Eric and I were talking about, what we were hearing, and what our experience was. And that was kind of a motivator to kind of bring us down. So that was my first library experience. First time, I guess, I openly said, yeah, I'm going to go see a Bigfoot thing.
Yeah.
and maybe get more involved with this and see where it takes us. And here we are, And it's only happened because it actually happened to us, and we're able to share that experience.
Right. Well, you put yourself out there, and that's the key to it. And it's funny because my aunt, God rest her soul, she was one of my best friends, and she used to say that I had so many, and I still do have so many close, intimate relationships with humans, to where I hug them and say, I love you. Don't worry, Tim. I'll just say I love you from a distance. But it was just like, and I'd be so heartbroken over this death or this tragedy or that tragedy. And she's like, and I would just pay this toll on my soul, and she was like, well, but Rich, you've chose to put yourself out there like that. That's why you have those relationships. And that's the beauty of life. That's actually what life's supposed to be all about, really, not all this other bullshit. You look at like a place like AA, right? Alcoholics Anonymous. I went there to get sober. And the greatest power in there, and it wasn't the book. It wasn't even the person speaking up there. It was the person that was sitting in front of you talking back to you. And the power of conversing between humans is the greatest human strength there is. And unfortunately, we suck at it right now as humans because these stupid screens. I mean, we're using it for a good thing now, but for the most part, we're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? That's all anybody does nowadays. You know what I mean? So What's
Well,
up,
hey,
Henry?
I'm hoping that maybe we can swindle a keg off of the beer company,
Mm.
and we'll have like an October Mountain, not an October Mountain, maybe a Cobble Mountain Critter kegger, and we'll do a fall review in the fall, and
Yeah.
maybe see what happens then. We'll you guys will obviously be included, but we'll figure it out as we go. We'll let you know. It'll be a thing. It
Yeah.
won't be a big to do. It'll be an invite, kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. And me, that's the only good thing. That's just one of the great things about having a sober friend. No matter what happens, I can be the shuttle driver.
Hey,
No
I
matter,
don't drink.
yeah.
I don't drink. I do all this here. I haven't had a beer in 30 years.
Well, there you go. See, I'll drive and you can
That's
sit.
an iced tea.
Okay.
Look like an ale to me. But no,
Yeah, well, let's say deceiving.
Cobble Mountain Critter could it be Cobble Mountain moonshine? You never know.
Cobble
You never
Mountain
know.
Moonshine, right? Don't get Big
No.
Andy involved. Big Andy will make
No,
you.
I
Yeah.
haven't drank in 30 years.
Good for you.
No.
I'm at 27, working on 28. So
There you go, dude. That's
Yeah, no,
awesome.
listen,
I don't even think about it now.
I tell everybody,
Even cigarettes. I quit smoking and drinking the same day. Boom.
wow,
That was it.
Nice.
Good for you, bro. I
Yeah.
tell everybody, it's plain and simple. I just sucked at it. I sucked at it. I'm good at most things in my life, but I was an awful drinker. I was an awful. When I drank, right? Thanks again, Dawn. We appreciate you. He says, Tim Vogel is the reason you took so long to come on is because you couldn't find that sweet merch shirt available in the show description.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, well, what that is, that right there is not in the merch store. These are made local. These ones are made locally by a friend of mine who owns a print shop. He gives me a very good deal on them, so I get to take them to the festivals and stuff in order to.
This would be the collector's item right here.
It is a collector's item. That one's signed on the inside. Tim just doesn't know it. Shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has these little arms around his back that I drew that
Yeah.
you don't know.
That's right.
I'm hugging him. But no, thank you again. But yeah, it was just I was terrible at it, right? And once I drank, I become a try addict. Like I would try anything. They'd be like, "Hey, Rich, hell yeah!" Well, I remember one night we were all partying.
That's
And
awesome. I never heard that one. That was good.
Oh yeah, a try addict, right? So
Yeah,
one kid comes over to me afterwards. Of course, I'm 10 sheets to the wind. He hands me these bags of mushrooms. I've never taken mushrooms, so I ate the whole bag. I didn't know you were supposed to have like 1 or 2 mushrooms. So I start tripping balls, and it was like 4 days later I didn't come down. So we were out in the woods partying by this campfire, and he has this big boat of a car, and there's this little dirt road with these little dead pines, all along the trail. And what do I say to the drunk kid? I'm like, "Hey, I want to be a hood ornament." He goes, "What?" And so I get up and I stand up and I'm surfing on his hood while he's driving us down this dirt road in the middle
of course.
and these trees are going as I'm tripping balls on mushrooms.
Like Star Wars in hyperspace.
Yeah. Like, I had no dude, why am I alive? I don't know. One time we were coming back from the Cape. I don't know, we were tripping balls. And we were at this pond all night, and I remember everybody was partying on the beach, but I was tripping so bad that I took, again, because I drank, they gave me something, I become a try addict. I don't even know what I took. So, and I would sit there and the water would be at this level, but I feel I could see straight out to the water to the end of the earth.
Oh, well, you could.
Yeah, well, I had to keep coming up and breathing. I kept forgetting to breathe.
Minor inconvenience.
I was out of my damn mind. So then
dude, I know it.
Then we're driving home, and I grab the blanket and I curl up like this up against the door. And I wake up to all these cars. We're going down the highway. Wake up, all these cars are going, rah, rah, rah. And I look out my window and these sparks are flying. And I jump up like, what the? And my buddy who's driving is cuddled up with me.
He's driving?
He's sleeping down Route 3. Coming from Plymouth, and we slammed up against the guardrail because he's sleeping, and these sparks are flying by, and all these cars are beeping. And he goes, and I go, "Get up, you idiot! You can't sleep. You're driving." And he sits up and he just keeps on driving down Route 3. Cars all wrecked on one side, act like nothing happened.
It's awesome. Hey, if you walk away from it, you learn from it, maybe.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen. I
hear you.
That's why I don't drink, bro.
Yep.
That's only 2 stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, I think it's a great thing. I love how the community is working with you guys. I just love it. And it makes sense for them to work with you guys. And they'd be stupid not to, just because you guys are genuine people and they know that. And, you know, you're from that area. You love that area. You've embraced that area. And now you want to share that area with the next generation and everybody else around you and people on my show. And Wojo and I are very grateful for that. You know what I mean? Our friendship is unbelievable. I know you guys love Wojo more, but I don't take it personal. Trust me. My mother loved all the other siblings way more than she loved me. I was an absolute fucking pain in the ass. You know what I mean? I'm not offended by it. But I think it's just beautiful.
Kenny was like that in softball, believe me. I said to myself, how the hell did I become friends with this guy?
Right? I know, scratch your head, right? Fuck, what have I done? But no, I think it's just an amazing thing, and people need to realize what level of amazing this is. And
It's been quite the ride.
Yeah, no, and I think they will once it happens, right, so to speak.
We have a couple of sponsors that I'm pretty blown away that we may be picking up. One is I'll talk about it later, but they're pretty.
Well, update us when they come in.
It's a municipality.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
But that's what I was talking about. They'd be crazy not to get involved with what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a charity. It's a charity. Dude, it's a charity for the next generation, geared and built and wrapped around the purpose of your whole area that you live in, that you all grew up in. Yeah. Trees, mountains.
Municipality is a big pickup right there, if that's possible, because, you know, I was a DPW worker, and you know, if you know somebody in town that's you know, like the select board or whatever, and they like to, like, you know, hey, we like to donate, you know, our time for you guys. I mean, that'd be fantastic, but good luck.
They will be if it works out, they'll be a long-term partner, you know, an ongoing philanthropic kind of thing. It'll work both ways because they're big enough to where they need to produce education, I believe, you know, a community component to what they do. And the reception that I've got, the feedback I've got is pretty positive and exciting. So they like what we're doing. They like what we're doing. And I really want to say stuff, but I can't yet.
No, that's fine.
I don't want to put the cart before it, but it's exciting, and things are looking well for the festival. You know, as far as that goes.
No, you guys.
By the way, Carrie Lynn's a psychic. We'll find out through her.
Yeah, we'll just ask.
No,
I think
no Ouija boards.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the way that you guys are doing things is being recognized, and everything you get is well deserved. And I would also like to offer this too. You know, we have the speakers. They're basically maxed out at 10. I've already basically spoken, you know, I know them all basically, right? But I'd be interested in talking to maybe having a sponsor or a vendor on the show, right? Awesome. Someone that we don't know, you know, maybe you could reach out to them and say, hey, this is one of our sponsors. He has a podcast on Saturday nights, and he'd love you to be a guest for a little while on his show, and kind of open that door and just send him my way. And then I can talk to him from there, because I don't necessarily just have to sit around talking about Bigfoot. I mean, I'm mixing it up. I'm mixing it up now. You know what I mean? To where we're doing a bunch of different things, but we all know where Bigfoot is in my heart. And that's the main subject. It's just, we added the topics with the Wheel of Weird, and, you know, we have the back end of the podcast set for anybody like yourselves, or, you know,
we recently picked, it's not set in stone, but I believe I won't mention his name yet, but, T-shirts. I believe we've got our T-shirts covered for a lot of multiple programs, not only the festival, the project, our school programs, the potential biker ride for the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. There'll be a ride. There's road runs. So there's a lot of different T-shirts involved. And this guy is psyched, and he's into it, and he's into the whole paranormal and the odd stuff. So it wasn't it was an easy sell. He was into it. So we just have to tighten it up. I'll probably have that answer tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure we've got our T-shirts, things like that.
Good. Good. Well, that again,
local vendor.
Good. Well, that's key too, right? So today's just an impromptu throwdown Thursday, but I think once you start getting some of this information and give me a shout and say, hey, we need to make a block, because I got a lot to say.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
No, this was a good week for us. We had a very positive week
yeah.
as far as sales, ticket sales, vendors, and vendor inquiries and sponsors. So it was pretty mind blowing.
Yeah. No, dude, I've been watching it little by little, and then I saw the ale thing, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna have their own beer. Like
Yeah,
this,
we got a beer.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we got,
we know we're not taking whole credit. That's Skyline Skyline Beer Company. That's their beer. But
right,
hey, we're
but,
glad to be part of it.
right. But did you go to them, or did they see you from a distance? Like, how does that connection?
Oh
happen?
no. They've had a Cobble Mountain Critter beer in the past, so we approached them with a Let's Talk Bigfoot, and it morphed into helping with the beer and
A
making it
collaboration.
more of a collaboration.
Oh, I
With
like
it's
that.
just yeah. So we're partnering in. They do other historical beers and things like that, and if they can partner with a local entity and stuff like that to help move it or historical thing, they do stuff like that as well. You got to check them out. They got a good selection and all that good stuff.
Now,
So
can you order them online and have it sent to your house?
I'll bet you could.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never done it.
I don't mean
But
you.
I'll bet they do.
We're not the ones to be discussing this.
How about this? Give me the money. Give me the money. I'll go get it for her.
Yeah.
All for me. Big
So,
deal.
like veal parm to go and a couple beers.
Yeah, I'll take the veal palm. You can have the beers.
Hey, Wade Kirby.
What's up, Wade Kirby? How you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping
Hi,
by.
Wade.
Always a pleasure when you show your happy face, sir. Thank you very much. Everybody, Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Standard Time, 6 to 8 p.m., 2-hour show. We got the Wheel of Weird. The topic this week is ghosts and its type of ghosts. And, of course, Bigfoot. Always Bigfoot. We have Mike Tinsley coming on. Mike Tinsley,
awesome.
Right? And Matt, who's his partner at Chaos Theater Productions.
And absolutely.
They have a new documentary out about Bigfoot that will be coming out on the 15th. I was going to have him on the 15th, but Kelly Porter has some things he's trying to work out to get back on the show. So we moved him to the 15th, and then, but I thought it'd be a good idea to promote Mike's documentary before it got here.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And hell, I'll put it on my airways when he does it, right? So
if there's any links, put them out there. I'd love to see it or hear
100%. And Mike's coming to the Critter Festival.
Yep, him and Kelly both.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome, dude. I can.
Hey, your last show with Kelly, he had a hard time coming on. That was a fun show. Even for the parts that he was on, we had a good time. We love you, Kelly. That was a good time.
The audience is like jelly. Hey, jelly.
Hey, Bigfoot world needs a jelly.
Yeah.
Right?
Jelly's amazing, man. Jelly's amazing. No, he's a great dude, and I've enjoyed because you don't know that side of people. Like when you see Kelly Porter, all of a sudden he's got the button down on and his hair's all done, right? And he's coming on your show, and you're like, "What the fuck's that?" You know what I mean? I'm used to seeing the stoic, quiet fellow with the rap
rapper.
shades.
Yeah,
that's all I. And I'm like, "Oh shit, what? Oh, okay." But I've enjoyed getting to know him, like helping him, and the other thing I got to say is for a small little show, and we're not all that great and big, right? But it was nice to be able to offer him some help. And I just say to Bobby Lee, "Hey, Bobby Lee, call Kelly. Here's his number." She calls him. They figured out together that something broke on his board. It was a physical break, not a internet or anything like that. And they were able to figure that out. I love being able to do that. And he's like, "Dude, thank you guys so much for your help." And we helped Jean Tewksbury get on. I actually did that one on my own. So she was having trouble. So I'm so happy to be able to do that. And then it just brings us closer together with the guests and their friends.
Gene was on Animals podcast.
Yeah, I watched
last
them.
night.
Yeah,
she's a rock star. She's so dialed in with her stuff. She's great.
Gene's a very, very.
Wait! Someone heard us talking about him. Where's his face? What is this, a mystery? What's this mystery?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is it,
oh, jeez.
His pants is off. That's probably
I heard beer, and I came running. Now I don't know why it won't let me enable my.
Everybody, I want to welcome to the show, Mystery Tinsley.
MT.
What's up, guys?
MT because it's MT.
Well, that's right, Jim. We're here with Mystery Tinsley. He's about to do a pole dance for everybody.
Da, 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 da.
Right? So, hey, you are here with the legendary Mr. Tim Vogel, who you will be a guest at his Cobble Mountain Critter Festival.
Oh,
and
definitely.
by that time, your documentary will be worldwide.
Hopefully.
That's awesome.
Dude,
That's
you're going to
the
be on my
plan
show.
anyway.
We're worldwide, baby.
That's it. Awesome. All right, let me get situated here. I'm like,
can we do something with your face? This is ridiculous.
yeah, I don't.
What is up? What is going on in New Hampshire?
It's
Jelly-
pretty windy here.
What the
I don't
hell
know
is
why-
that?
There we are.
No,
Oh,
turn it off.
Everybody, welcome to the show, Jelly Tinsley.
Put 'em first.
Jelly Tinsley.
Oh, jeez.
What do you have to put your comb away? Yo, Elvis.
Oh my God! What's that dude in charge of the? What's that dude in charge of the dogs? The superhero dogs. That little cartoon for kids. He's got his hair perfectly like that, man.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That shit. What
This hasn't changed since 8th grade, so I'm running with it. It's like
you're an old guy. Is your grandfather still alive?
No.
What's that?
Mine, no.
Oh, so you decided to take his sweater from him? That was pretty.
Yeah, like that. I got no pants on. I did not dress up.
We know. You know what I love is the hair and the goatee match the sweater.
Yeah.
Right? Don't they perfectly? This is amazing. Everybody, look at this dude. What's up, Mr. Tinsley?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome to Throwdown Thursday. If you heard any of it, I've been pitching and swearing the whole time. You know what I mean?
General conversation.
Yeah, no, I ran up. I got some more editing to do for our documentary, and we've been out for the last week, just every waking minute, trying to get it done. The place is a mess, but yeah, what's up, Henry? Yeah, we're working on it and getting it done, and hopefully everybody appreciates it. A lot of hard work. We've done a lot. We've gone a lot of places over the last year and a half or so, and there's a lot of stories to tell, and it's how do we get them in like an hour and a half documentary? And the answer is we're not going to. So we're going to get in the story and set up the vibe, right? So and it's more than just this documentary, because this documentary is going to kind of highlight the Bigfoot community. You know, we're gonna go down that rabbit hole in a way that's never been done before, because yeah, we're just looking at it different from the outside, getting into it. It's been a lot of crazy adventures over the year and meeting a lot of really cool people. So yeah, I mean, we started out in Henniker and we ended up in the hornet's nest of the BFRO up in the Adirondacks. So it's going to be quite a story to tell, and we're excited about it.
You know, don't bring up, don't you know, Tinsley. You know, me and Tinsley have basically been in a marriage. You know what I mean? Right? We met, we fell in love, we talked for hours, we had all these beautiful big dreams. One day, everything went to shit. Right?
Yeah.
And then, it took a little while, and then you know we had those awkward moments, and then we were like, "I still love you," and he's like, "I still love you."
Well, that's it. That's literally the story, though, Rich. That's this. Yeah, that's it. That's building back this community, and at least where we, you know, kind of our journey too, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's important to tell that story. You know, things aren't easy. Things aren't always cut and dry. Things are not what they seem. And you have to take a step back. I've talked to a lot of people who have been into the community for a while, and it's an interesting take. So we're going to do our best to kind of it's a good uplifting story. So don't think it's going to be no.
I know all that stuff. Listen, all that stuff is a learning experience.
Exactly.
And I got to tell you, I learned from that moment forward.
Yep.
To stay in my lane, but not with fear. Stay in my lane with the people that are going to be in my lane with me.
Yeah.
And the people that are in front of me, I feel I can share things with about the subject that we all love so much and have passionate for.
Right.
I can, like, the Vogels have been essential to my transformation. It really has, my growth. guys like them that I can call. I have a few others that I do as well. I had one that I used to call, but I can't no more because it pissed me off. But anyways, but it's just when you see what happened in Henniker and you watch how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm not trying to rehash. I'm just trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to emphasize the learning experience of it, where everything just fucking went haywire. I was just like, what is going on around here?
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Chaos.
Like,
Chaos.
And then I learned really early that this is a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There is bigger things at play behind the scene for the almighty capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be real careful.
Yeah. I was ready to walk away after that, Rich. I was done for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was like,
oh, you went ghost. You were gone. Yeah. You were gone. Wojo listened to me for a while, and I sat around like I didn't know what I wanted to do either after that. I was kind of pissed. I was kind of taken aback, and I went, oh, because I've heard the stories before. That was the beauty of it. You've heard the stories, but you never lived it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you live it and you watch it, like I watched the comments on Facebook and things like that were coming from the other side, and I'm going, oh my God, it's real.
Mm-hmm.
They really like that.
Yeah.
Like I was so crushed. Like I was so bummed out because I looked up to that and all of them, because they did put a lot of things on the map and open a lot of doors. And to watch that shitty ass attitude and how he just shit all over this person. And I was like, oh my God. And then how there was a wedge driven in between the locals. That was all by design. That was all by design, dude. And I just went through it just the other day again at my house. I just talked about it. That you know, people don't want to include other people. They want to, oh, look what I found. Yeah. Look at it. And I'm famous now. Yeah. No, you're not.
It was a bad tripping experience. Like for me, like I was just a rookie, and to see what unfolded, and I was like, on our way home, what the fuck just happened? Excuse my language, but that's. Yeah. But again, I totally understand how the field works, what it's like, and all that, and
a lot of good learning.
It's a good, excellent, yeah, exactly, great learning experience. Yeah, and so I'm just glad that we're all on the same page. Yeah, trying to bring New England on the map. Trying to share our experiences together, and share it out to like our audience here, your audience, Timmy, everybody, because that's what we want. We want to expand to have this understanding of what are we dealing with, what is out here, why. Yeah,
right. Yeah. And I have a question too. Do you, without saying anything, just a yes or no, do you have a name for your documentary at this time?
Yeah, it's Man Ape. All right, I do. Yes,
Rich, Timmy's like, what the fuck?
Good title though. No. It's a little hard to pronounce, but yeah.
Yeah, you should try fucking spelling it. All right. I've run out of ink in my Sharpie 8 times trying to spell it. No, I think everybody knows what that is, and I just wanted to know if it was the same because it's up on our thumbnail. Man Ape Among Us is the actual documentary that actually I've been waiting for since I've known you because we've discussed this. Yeah. And the other thing is I want to because I'm going to end the stream pretty quickly because I got to get to playing some video games and murking some kids, 5 minutes of both of your time when I end this stream because I have something for this area that I want to do. And I want to announce it once it's organized. I have somebody in the technical area that's going to help me with it. But I'm going to need help from you guys. Gene Tewksbury is another one that I was hoping that would jump on board with us and help just because of locations. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about that. And then in the next week or two, I think during Kelly Porter's show, the 15th, I'm going to announce it to my audience exactly what it is that I'm planning. The other thing is, like I said, we're doing a library tour, Wojo and I. On the library tour, it's going to be mainly in our area, but on the library tour, I would like to see throughout the summer, if anybody has time, to jump in and be part of the presentation from other parts of Massachusetts and New England, which is hard to do. I know that, but maybe on a Saturday at 10 a.m., you can get somebody to kind of pop down and be, what the fuck is this? Who else did I?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wait. Look, we have an intruder.
Uh-oh.
We have a fucking. We have what the Jesus?
Bigfoot himself.
It's the Easter Bunny.
Hey, the Easter Bunny. He's wearing your shirt, Rich.
Hey, let's go.
There you
Does he have
What?
volume? He's not saying anything.
He's scared.
He's
Eric, say something. Eric.
Hello? Hello? Oh, is your name Kelly? You know him.
You know what, Eric? Don't say nothing. Just sit there and look good. Okay?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Let's do that. I didn't do that. He did that on his own. So I have a great idea. Well, now he's having problems with his volume, but at least we made it that far.
Hey, yeah, this is a big step for him. That was good.
Yeah,
he
so
made it there.
He did good. We're getting there. So, Dihu, to answer your question, where the documentary can be found, you're going to find out Saturday night. Mike is going to be the guest on our show with Matt Arsenault. Isn't that how you say his name?
Yep.
They're both together with Chaos Theater Productions, and they're going to be our guest Saturday night, and we're going to discuss the documentary without giving away too much. Right. We're going to talk about we're going to talk more of the Sasquatch behind the scenes in New England. Michael, so you know we do topics on our show as well for our guests. For our audience. So the audience topic this week will be types of ghosts. So there'll be facts coming up in the side. You can chime in on that stuff. Maybe they'll ask you questions about ghosts. It's just a way of getting everybody to interact and get to know each other. I think it's been a great for me. I feel it's been very positive development in my show, and I've been having fun with it. It's a lot of fun. We have the Wheel of Weird. Have you seen the Wheel of Weird yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know we got music for that, right?
He's gonna
no pants.
Nothing. No, everybody's wearing pants. What's wrong? Okay. What is wrong with you, sicko?
All right. So you get sponsors where you have to wear pants now.
Yeah.
Make sure it matches that sweater. That's for damn sure.
Oh, that thing is badass.
I got another one.
It is a badass.
Are those look? That's like Minecraft poinsettias. You know what I mean? All right, ready? Here we go. Check it.
Baba, dig dog. We're about to get down to crazy with the Wheel of Weird.
It's over. Bobby Lee loved that. She's like, "Oh my god, that's awesome! Like I should do voiceovers." But yeah, for certain things, I guess, right? So awesome. So Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. We're gonna go to. Usually, what I do is an hour with my guests, but with having both of you guys on, and it's been a little while, just stick around if you can. If you can't, if you got to leave at 7, leave at 7. If you got to, it's open door now. It's like It's like the Johnny Carson fucking show. You come and go. I love it like that. I love it more.
It's actually cool. It's cool.
I just love it. It's different. Everybody knows it's 2 hours. It's not like we're running over. We got different topics flying in. My audience is very interactive, man. It's their show too, and they know it. And you're gonna see it. That's how they act. They act like it's their show. Look at see, and I'm not wearing pants. You know what I mean? It's like it's their show. So it's pretty awesome. But everybody, listen up. So I'm gonna get going because I am over the 2 hours now. But what we're going to do is thank you so much for letting me vent, by the way, for the therapy. Let me know where I should, send the payments. Especially poor Tim. Every time Tim comes on, it's another throwdown show. Tim's like, oh, Jesus, when do I do this to myself? So real quick, you heard the news. He's got like an ale happening with the Cobble Mountain Critter Fest, like ale.
Oh, I can't wait for some
Cobble
beer.
Mountain Critter Ale, Allied Brewery.
I like beer.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like I was telling Richie, I know you got to go, but we're going to try to maybe score a keg and have a Cobble Mountain Critter kegger in October or something, and have a follow-up review of the year. And
I guess I am staying over.
All right.
Oh yeah, Mike's gonna have himself some Cobble Mountain Critter Ale. Hey, guy, Mike, you take it over, Mike.
I'm gonna open her up, slide it down, nice and smooth. Oh.
The froth coming down my lips. goes,
I don't know if this is the advertisement Skyline Brewery wanted. I'm not really sure. I'll send him a clip, but I don't know.
I don't know if that was like Mike's burp or what. He's like,
Oh God!
That's funny.
Oh, that was.
Good stuff.
He goes, oh.
It's quality programming right there.
Oh, my
Yeah.
stomach is
You can't
listen,
pay for
man.
that.
That's why you're gonna tune in. You're not gonna.
You
You're not
gotta
gonna
tune in Saturday night. We are gonna have some fun Saturday
Yes.
night.
Yep.
Bring your ale, whatever you drink, whatever you do, whatever you eat. Enjoy. I've had dinner here while I was talking to you guys. Tim Vogel, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Mr. Mike, of course.
Thanks for having
Don't
me.
go anywhere. I just need 5 minutes from you guys. I want to run something by you. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this Throwdown Thursday. D Hoot gave it that name, just so you know. Kerry Lynn, Graham, D Hoot, everybody on the side, TKB, Sparky, Sam, Heidi, everybody, all family. Oh, he did it again. I'm gonna sign off as this happens.
I'm still.
Meanwhile, back at the Lost Vogel.
Trapped in a cabin. Trapped in a cabin.
Can you say anything yet? No, your shirt looks great, sir. Just stand there and show everybody your shirt was signing off. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you didn't get a chuckle tonight, you're not alive. Check your pulse. All right? Don't go. Vogel, you don't have to leave, dude. You sit there and look great.
Okay, bye.
He just left.
He's like a vagrant. He's just wandering in and out of the store.
You know what reminds me of? Was it, you ever watch the Flintstones Kazoo? He just appears and then he disappears. Kazoo, Kazoo. What?
I want to thank my son, baby Jack, my mama. I love you both. And Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Standard Time. Check us out, Facebook and YouTube, right here on the Banter Richie B podcast show. We're going to have a kick-ass time. The topic is Type of Ghost. The guest is Mike Tinsley, Matt Arsenal from the Chaos Theater Productions, and we're going to talk about the man ape among us. You don't want to miss that shit.
Looking forward to it.
Wojo, get us the hell out of here with your bullshit.
My bullshit. Hey, buy the merch. Thank you for being on. And yes, we are home of the boom. Let's go. Saturday night.
Whoa, give me a boom.